Hello students, welcome to physics class of plus 1. We are doing chapter uniformly accelerated motion and today we are going to study about equations of motion. And the topic which we are going to discuss is kinematic equations of motion. We'll see what are these equations and how we can derive these equations. So equations of motion or kinematic equations of motion. Students, when a particle moves in a straight line with constant acceleration, then the position, time, velocity and acceleration of the particle are represented by equation known as kinematic equations of motion. So these are basically the equations which tells about the position, time, velocity and acceleration of a particle which is moving with constant acceleration. So let's discuss them one by one. The first is how to find velocity attained after a time t. So first of all, we'll consider velocity time graph for that. Here you can see a velocity time graph. U is the initial velocity of the body at time t naught and v is the final velocity at time t. We have to draw a perpendicular. From the final velocity, we will draw a perpendicular BD on the time axis. Also draw AC perpendicular on BD. So here also we will draw one more perpendicular which is in dotted line on this BD. So we are getting a triangle here at an angle theta. So we know that OA is equal to CD. So here OA is equal to CD because this is a rectangle and opposite side of rectangle are equal. On the other hand, BC is equal to V minus U. So we know that this whole distance is V like BD and this distance is U. Therefore, BC is equal to V minus U and OD is the total time, that is T. Now slope of VT graph, we have already studied slope of velocity time graph gives us acceleration. Therefore, slope of velocity time graph, that is tan theta, we know that from the t ratios tan theta is equal to perpendicular divided by base. So BC divided by AC. As AC is equal to OD, we can replace this AC by OD and we are getting BC upon OD. So by putting all these values A and in place of V we can put V minus U by T, or after cross multiplication we get V minus U is equal to AT. So V is equal to U plus AT. This is the first equation of motion from which we can get the velocity of a body after a time t. Let's discuss the second equation, how we can find distance traveled in time interval t. Again consider the same graph. Now we'll consider x naught is the position of particle at t is equal to 0 from origin and x is equal to position of the particle at time is equal to t from the origin. So here is the position x and here is the position x naught. X minus x naught is the distance traveled by particle in the time interval t minus t naught, that is t. So body will cover distance in the time interval of t minus 0, that is t. We know that distance traveled by a particle in the given time interval is given by the area under velocity time graph. So we know that area under velocity time graph gives us displacement. So we have to find this area. So x minus x naught is equal to area OABD. So this is OABD. So we have to find the area of this trapezium actually. So which is equal to area of trapezium. And we know that area of trapezium we have done in mathematics is equal to half into sum of parallel sides. So this OA and BD is the parallel sides multiplied by perpendicular distance between parallel sides. So this is the perpendicular distance between the parallel side, means OD. So what we are getting, half into OA plus BD, this is OA plus BD multiplied by AC. So perpendicular distance between parallel side is AC. So we'll get half U plus V multiplied by time. Now we also know that V is equal to U plus AT. which is the first equation of motion. So we can put this value here. So x minus x naught is equal to half u plus, in place of this v we are going to put u plus at. So u plus at into t. U plus u will become 2u plus at into t. After solving it out, we'll get ut plus half at square. And we know that x minus x naught is the displacement s. Therefore, s is equal to ut plus half at square. And this is the second equation of motion, in which we can find the displacement in a given time interval t. Next is velocity attained after traveling a distance s. So again we are considering the same graph. So in all these equations we have to follow the same graph. We know distance traveled by a particle in time t is equal to the area under velocity time graph. Therefore, the distance traveled by a particle during time interval t is given by s is equal to area under vt graph, which is area of trapezium. And already we have discussed area of trapezium is half sum of parallel sides multiplied by perpendicular distance between these parallel sides. So s is equal to half OA plus BD into AC. This is the same steps as we have done in the previous derivation. Now acceleration is equal to slope of VT graph. Now here we are not using the V is equal to U plus AT. Here we are going to use A is equal to BC upon AC. And we know that this BC is equal to BD minus CD. Therefore, A is equal to BD minus CD divided by AC, and BD minus CD is V minus U divided by AC. Therefore, AC is equal to V minus U divided by A. We got this equation by cross multiplying A is equal to V minus U upon AC. Now we got this value of AC, and we can put this value of AC in the equation S is equal to half OA plus BD into AC. Also we know that OA is equal to U and BD is equal to V. Putting all these values of OA, BD and AC in this equation, we'll get S is equal to half. In place of OA, U, in place of BD we are putting V, and in place of AC we got V minus U divided by 8. After solving it out, we got V square minus U square divided by 2A. So after cross multiplying it, on the left hand side we got V square minus U square is equal to 2AS, which is the third equation of motion. Now let's come to the last equation of motion, that is distance traveled by a particle in nth second. So how we can find the distance traveled by a particle in a particular second? So here we have to consider velocity time graph of a uniformly accelerated motion. Here Vn minus 1 is the velocity of the particle at any instant A, and Vn is the velocity of particle at any instant B. Now distance traveled by particle in nth second is given by area of trapezium ABCD. So here we are going to consider trapezium A, B, C and D. And we know that area of trapezium is half sum of parallel sides multiplied by perpendicular distance between the parallel sides. So it is equal to half AD plus BC multiplied by AE, because here parallel sides are AD and BC and perpendicular distance between them is AE. So putting the values, we are getting here half Vn minus 1 plus Vn into n minus 1, which is a time that is n second and n minus 1th second. After solving it out, we got half Vn minus 1 plus Vn, and we know that V is equal to U plus AT again, and here T is n minus 1. So we are going to put here Vn minus 1 is equal to U plus A n minus 1. Similarly, we'll get Vn is equal to U plus An. So here it is V, just correct it, it is U. So after putting the value of Vn and Vn minus 1 in equation number 1, we'll get Snth, that is distance traveled by a particle in nth second, is equal to half U plus A n minus 1, which is the value of Vn minus 1, plus here again it is U plus An, which comes out to be half 2U. So this U and this U get added and we'll get half 2u plus a into 2n minus 1. We can also write this equation as Snth is equal to u plus a by 2 2n minus 1, which is the fourth equation of motion in which we can find distance traveled by a particle in nth second. So these are the four equations of motion and how we can derive this equation with the help of graphical method. That's the end of the topic. Thank you.